Service at Schiphol. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Chandani Bandana. What does a good service encompass? Safety and providing passengers with an amazing experience from home to destination are things that come to mind. Well, in this presentation, I will be talking about service at the airport. The topics I will be covering are duties of a ground service agent, workstation, facilities at Schiphol, process about the boarding, and what I've learned about service at the airport during my studies. 2 cases I needed to handle, and ultimately I will share my view on this topic. To start with, I will talk about the duties of a ground service agent. When I tell people that I'm following a course to become a stewardess, they always assume that I will be a flight attendant on an airplane, but it is not only that. A stewardess could also be a ground service agent, right? Then they ask me, what do you do as a ground service agent? Just sticking some labels on suitcases? Well, we know that is obviously not true. During my studies at MBO College Airport, I have had the opportunity to see what it is like. In my second year, I did floor walk internship for 4 weeks. During these 4 weeks, I did witness how to check in passengers. I could make an announcement at the gate. I could board passengers. It is so much more than sticking labels on suitcases. Moreover, a ground service agent does even more. They also assist passengers who require special assistance, such as unaccompanied minors and VIPs. They help transfer passengers at the transfer desk. They refer stranded passengers to hotel accommodation and transportation. Later, I will share with you 2 situations I have experienced during this internship. Now I would like to move on to my next topic, which is workstation. Whenever I travel, I'm always looking for power outlets at the airport to charge my phone. Sometimes I find them, but there is no power inside them. That is why some people tell me as advice to carry a power bank, but for how long can the power bank also last, right? That is why Schiphol Airport has made a workstation. Not even the most famous Singapore airport has that. Schiphol's workstation is ideal if you're traveling with your own laptop. These compact desks are an ideal place to work, study, or surf the net using Schiphol's free Wi-Fi network. You do not need to worry if you're not carrying your own laptop, iPad, or tablet, because each desk has a PC which you can use. The workstation is located in all lounges and in piers C and D. They are also fitted with power outlets, so you can easily recharge all of your electronic devices, check your emails, finish that report, or just surf the net in comfort. Moving on to my next topic, facilities at the airport. I did 2 kinds of internship at Schiphol, which were catering and floor walk. I did both of them for a month. So when I went to my workplace every day, I saw a lot of facilities, and I'm going to introduce you to these facilities at Schiphol that Schiphol has to offer. Schiphol has a wide variety of shops. You can think of clothing stores like America Today, Fashion and Travel, G-Star, H&M, and Hugo Boss. They also have grocery stores like Albert Heijn. If you're looking for souvenirs, you should go to Dutch Discoveries, NL Plus, Souvenirs, and Sports, the Museum Shop, Visit, or We Love Holland, and many more. If you get hungry and want to grab some lunch, I suggest you to go to places like Harvest Market, La Place, Dutch Kitchen, and Silver Screen Bar. If you are into fast food, there is also McDonald's and Burger King. If you want to relax or want to have a good time, you can go to the airport library to read a bit before you get to the plane. If you want a massage, you can use the massage chairs, all found through the airport. Or if you really want to indulge in some self-care treatment, you should go to Express Spa. There is even a meditation center to unwind. Finally, now I will explain the process before boarding. Every passenger who comes at the airport goes straight to the check-in desk of their airline with which they are flying to. A specific country they go to the check-in desk to get checked in and drop their luggage off. The agent behind the check-in desk would ask the passenger three kinds of security questions as have you left your luggage unattended? Did you pack your luggage yourself? Did you have any sharp objects or liquids in your luggage? After that, the check-in agent will ask the passenger if they have a carry-on luggage and if the passenger can show it to see if the size of the luggage is allowed. If any doubt, the agent may also ask to place the hand luggage in the size wise. After this, the agent will print out the boarding pass and label which will be attached to the luggage, which also will be checked in and attach the receipt behind the boarding pass. The agent gives the passenger their ticket, passport, and the boarding pass back, but before giving the boarding pass, the agent explains about the boarding pass so that the passenger knows at which gate they need to be, what the boarding time is, and which seat they have. And lastly, the agent wishes the passenger a pleasant flight. It is a different story if the passenger has already checked in online because the passengers only need to drop off their luggage at the drop-off. The passenger already has an online boarding pass with all the information on it on their mail, phone, or printed out. In 2017, from December to January 2018, I worked as an intern in KLM Lounge at Schiphol Airport. One of my tasks was to fill clean cups on the table for the passengers to use. Next to me was my colleague cleaning the tables with a rag. Then a passenger walked to my colleague and asked her if she could clean his seat since it was dirty. My colleague threw the rag at the passenger and started doing other things. I was really shocked at what she just did, so was the passenger. We both stood in a few minutes still processing what just happened, and the man left with the rag. When the man returned, I took the cloth and apologized on behalf of my colleague's behavior. I was happy with the result since I did not feel guilty anymore and made the man smile. Next time I'm going to talk to my colleague immediately about her behavior. I will talk to her personally when the both of us are alone, and that she should not have said or behaved like that with the passenger since it is really rude. No matter how you may be feeling, but it should not affect your work or the people. She should also have been the one to apologize for it the next time. Once there was a delay of more than 5 hours and were upset passengers who wanted to be booked on another flight, and some passengers wanted a refund. I was standing there waiting for the flight attendant and they did not show up, so I was left with upset passengers alone. I was an intern and my task was to calm the passengers and send them to the service desk so that the staff of KLM could help them. What I did was staying as calm as possible so that I could think of what I could say to the passengers, especially the angry ones. I explained to the passengers that I was an intern and I do not know all the procedures of the airline. So I referred them to the service desk and that the staff of KLM could explain them better about the situation and answer their questions. The result came out good. The passengers luckily understood the situation and they went to the service desk and asked the staff for help. What I learned is that it helps to stay calm and explain to passengers what the situation is and make sure that you also understand the frustration of the passengers. If this situation would happen again, I will do the same. Closing. That brings us to the end of the presentation. I would like to thank you for your time and attention today. To sum up, I have explained the duties of a ground service agent, told you about the workstation at Schiphol, talked about the facilities at the airport, and explained the process before boarding.